RUD creation is successfully completed, and now we can check for reading the data. Now as you can see, we are just returning to the add student page itself. Now once the student data is added, we can go back to index.php and get that all values from the database and show in the index.php itself. Okay, so let me write the code for that. Now I have just created a small table structure. Let's go to the index.php and see how it is. We can see have given a heading CI testing PHP MySQL and a small table with one row in that. Okay, now I'm going to call the database and fetch all the values from the database and show it in this index.php. Okay, first we will call the database connectivity with the PHP tags PHP. So inside this we'll call the database connectivity first. So as I told, we will call it like require once, and we will set the name inside this. Okay, so the name is dbconfig.php, call it and paste it here, and then we will create an SQL query. So it is like SQL equal to select star from the table name. So table name is a student, so copy it from here and paste it here. Okay, now prepare the prepare statement from this the database connectivity and this SQL statement. Okay, statement equal to MySQL prepare statement, and we will pass the connection and the SQL. Okay, SQL string. Now we can execute this as there is no values to be set with this query. Now we can directly execute this one. To execute this, and we will give an if loop. So it will be like MySQL statement execute. Okay, and execute, we have to pass this statement here. Okay, now if this is having a value, we can get that into a result like this. Result equals, it's like MySQL statement get result. Okay, now we can just pass the statement here. Now if there is result, it will be get into this variable here. Okay, now we have to iterate the result. Now again we are checking the number of rows in the result is greater than 1 to reduce iteration if it's not there. So it is like MySQL num rows of this result is greater than 0. Okay, if the result is the value inside that is greater than 1 row only, it will enter inside this. Okay, now we can get each value into a row as an associative array. Okay, so it's like MySQL fetch array and pass your result like this, and set it as MySQL associative. Okay, like this. Okay, now we can call individual values from this. Okay, now as we have already set a table, we can create a row for that with the echo print value. So first we will create the tr tag, and at the end we will end this tr tag here. Okay, so the row is created here, and then we have to give a td for each column. Okay, so inside this we will fetch our first value, and the second value will be fetched inside this. So the first value is the serial number, so I'll show you how. So the second value is second value is the name, so it is fetched like this, it is directly name itself. And the third value is address, third value is grade, and the fourth value is address. Okay, yes, I believe everything is okay. Now we have just called the database connectivity, and this is the query order by SL number to get it in order, and we have created the statement, and prepared statement we have created with the connection, and we are just iterating the values. Okay, now let's see how this looks in localhost. If I am just refreshing this, there is some error, line number 36. What is the error? Yes, we have forgot to put the semicolon in all the lines. Yes, come back, refresh. What is the error? Fetcher expect a parameter 2. Yes, this is not MySQL only, this is MySQL I associative. Okay, so can write like this. Yes, save it. Now come back and just refresh. Yes, you can see we have fetched the first value only. Yes, what happened? We have to give a while loop here, so it's like while and end the while loop here. Okay, so this will iterate more than once, I think. Yes, you can see. So if I'm going to add page again, add student again, so I'm giving the name as name 3, grade 3, and address 3. Okay, if I'm just adding and coming back to the localhost index page, you can see the third value has been added. Okay, now you can see we have not set the serial number. So for that, what you have to do is first let me give a width of a constant width for this as 300 px. Okay, so it will be a straight one. And now just put a integer value as 1, create a variable as a, and put initialize it to 1, and just give it here and increment it. Okay, with the increment operator like this. Okay, now just save it, come back to the page. If I'm just refreshing, you can see the serial number is coming here. Okay, so the first and the second thing we have done. So first in the CRUD creation is done, and then read is done. Now we have to check the update and delete one. Okay,